everybody? Welcome back. Just coming in for a little quickie. We are about to see what's going to happen to Nvidia. So this is like a special video. I hope you guys got in on these premiums that we talked about. So we are about to watch the action and see exactly what happens with Nvidia. Let's go out a little bit further to see where we at. As you can see, it is just hanging on by a thread from this channel. Let me zoom out a little bit more. I always like, for EPS, I always like to go down to the small minutes, but just so you can see where we're at. So we're at this bottom, we're at the bottom of this channel right here. So it does have upside to 190, but it can also, if it breaks below, man, oh man, it is going to get ugly for the market in total. So this is why we are doing this whole video, so we can check it out and see exactly what's going to happen. Sure, should be fine. Let's check it out. As you can see from, as you can take a look from today's action, it's pretty much been, it was down to 168, and it recovered. And it shot up, and then now we're over here. So let's check it out. So today the market was pretty much ups and downs again. Like I said, expect a lot of volatility. That's exactly what we got today. We did finish green. If we wanted to take a look at Tesla, we can see that Tesla actually did exactly what I thought it was going to do, which was test the try to get above that channel and then reject. That's exactly what happened today. I do expect a retest tomorrow though. But as you can see, we shot up right over here, and then we still closed right below this channel. So it should be. I don't know why it's like this. Hold on, give me 1 second. I think it's on the 2 hours. Yeah, it's on the 2 hours. So as you can see, we shot up, and then we still closed right below it. So that was very bearish. I'm expecting a test over here, but pretty much we want to see like a lower high tomorrow for Tesla, and that's exactly what I'm expecting to see. And then that's when I'll take my next short position. If we if it just shoots down tomorrow, then it just shoots down without me. But that's what I'm looking. That's where I'm looking at to get into Tesla tomorrow. So in the video, like I said, let's take a look at it. It's pretty muted. I think everybody's just anticipating it. Honestly, I am bearish, but we did see a lot of flow coming into the 190 calls today. So 190s and 185s. So it can shoot up. Remember, that's why I gave you guys that play where you buy the upside, but also buy the downside. So let's see how it goes. I'm watching CNBC right now. They're talking about it. So we're just waiting for the EPS. Of course, this is always going to be the case. Nvidia is interesting though in that they do have a lot. So we'll see what happens. Oh, nope, still no movement. So what happened with the market today? Let's check it out since we got some time to spare. Yeah, like I said, we ended up green. Look at that. Shot up and then crashed, man. That was a nice fake out. What do we expect from SPY today, though? What do we think is going to happen? Let's check it out. What happened today with SPY? What is going to happen tomorrow? It's still in this channel right here. You see that? We're still waiting on Salesforce, Snowflake, and Nvidia. So we'll see what happens, or Nvidia, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, SPY is just stuck in this channel. I'm expecting SPY to break out and head over somewhere around this level right here. And I honestly thought that would happen already. So the fact that it didn't happen is very scary, and I'm kind of bearish. So I was planning on shorting it around like 420, 418. But we haven't reached those levels. We've been stuck in this pattern consolidating, and I'm wondering what's going to move it. And I'm thinking Nvidia earnings. So this is why I was saying hedge. I'm thinking Nvidia could break up to the upside to 190 before it is available to short again. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'm thinking Nvidia is going to push the market up or down. So I do think EPS is very important. The other thing I can see happening today is it's flat, pretty flat. Nvidia is pretty flat, which means those lotto calls and puts that I was telling you will be screwed because you're going to get screwed both ways. But that's okay. I mean, that's why it's a lotto. I think it's either going to be a big up or a big down or pretty flattish, meaning like a $2 to $3 move. It might crash and then recover and then only be up by like $2 to $3 or versus or be down to $2 to $3. So we'll see because it has recovered pretty much where it shot down at after the news came out. That's exactly where it's at now. So that's the only downside about Nvidia EPS. So we'll take a look and see exactly what happens. But I can see Nvidia pushing up higher to that 190 level and carrying SPY. So that would be bullish for the market. But I'm still bearish on the market heading into Friday, where we have the Fed speak as well as we have the core PCE data coming out. So we'll take a look and see exactly what happens tomorrow. But like I said, we still for today we have snow coming out. And let's take a look at snow chart. I actually like playing snow. It's a pretty cool stock. So if we can see, if we take a look at snow right here, we can see that. Let me fix this line. And we got Salesforce out. Whoa, I just noticed snow. Oh my God. And I was just talking about this. Man, oh man, look at that. Just monster move, gapping up. Let's dive deeper to see exactly what it looks like. But I was watching this pattern before we get into that. You can see this inverse head and shoulders that was happening with snow. So you see that we had this little level right here, then we had this little level right here, and then we had this one right here. Then boom, it just shot up. That is incredible. So let's just take a look at the action. Wow, it is flying. Just that one green candle. Let's take a look at Salesforce, see what we got going on there. So the fact that snow shot up, wow, okay. So CRM is dumping, as you can see. We got about $10 and a loss of $10.60 so far. Just a nasty red candle. I don't see a reversal happening from that. So it's Salesforce. Let's see what happened. Beat on revenue, beat on EPS. It was the guidance that killed it. So the guidance is what tore that stock down. But Snow was looking so bullish, man. It gave you so many fake outs that it was hard. It was hard to stay long. Like look at that. So you look at this long. Well, let me show you this way so you can see. So it's on the weekly. As you can see on the weekly, we had those touches, and then it broke out, but then it started consolidating, but it never dropped back inside this channel. You see that? This line right here? It never gave that up. And so we just had those false breakouts. Remember, we had this one right here. Then we shot up over here. Then we went back inside right here, right? Of this line right here. And then we consolidated and then boom. So like you can't see it now because the market is not open, but Snow is pretty much right here from this weekly look right here. If you look at the daily, it's a much better view. As you can see, like it broke out, boom, then came right back in, right? But this that inverse I was telling you about, right? You see that? This is the head, the shoulder, and then the other shoulder right here, and then it just launched. Didn't even wait, just launched. So that's where we're at with Snow, and as you can see, it's up to 184, up 24 points. So nice move, and then it was up $7 on the day. So you're looking at a 30-point move for Snow. Possibly, well, wow, it just keep going like 32-point move on Snow. And where's Nvida? Taking forever to come out, man. I hope you guys enjoying this video. Please subscribe and stay locked in. Give me a like at least. As you can see, Nvidia is spiking because of snow EPS. That's exactly what's going on with Nvidia. But what I wanted to say, because we saw snow spiked up, I'm definitely bearish on Nvidia. I can see Nvidia going the opposite way, because we still do have a tech stock shooting up to the moon. So that will actually help the market be unbiased, and this can actually go down, and we can still move up tomorrow. If my predictions are right, the market will move up tomorrow. Tackle that 418, 420-ish level. I'd see some people talking about 420, but for me, I want to be safe, and I would be out by like 418 tops. That's where like the gap is on SPY. I'm expecting the rejection of the gap, but you know how to. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to note here as I continue to look through the Salesforce. Oh, I thought he was going to say Nvidia EPS was out. But as we take a look at SPY, let's look at the daily, and we go over here. Oh, let me not ruin that. So I have no idea where that line was at. But anyway, let's take a look. So what I'm expecting us to do, I'm expecting us to come right back over here to Monday's high, right? 417, 418, or even get over here 419. I can see why people are saying 420, because if you want to touch this channel again, you're going to have to reach about like 420, and that's where the rejection will happen. So if Nvidia is green, that can help the market push up to 420. That can help SPY push up to 420 by Friday or even tomorrow. I know that's a violent move, a big move, but a chip stock, Nvidia, which is about maybe the 6 or 7 biggest stock in the market, or top 10 per se. Let me just save myself. Let me save myself some more by saying top 15. If that stock shoots up, we can definitely see the market move higher. Their earnings are imminent, and that's exactly what we're waiting on. You can see SPY's jumping, and I'm pretty sure this is because of Snow. Big move. What a monster move by Snow. Shout out to Snow and the Bulls on Snow, especially if they was holding throughout all those fake outs. Their gains are very much worthy because they were patient and didn't fall for the fake outs. We had so many fake outs, right? But you can even tell by looking at this chart. Look at this. It touched the low right here, spiked up, then made another low, spiked up, broke out above, and then dropped down. But right, but what did it do here? It didn't make a new low. It didn't touch this trend right here, right? So this was a bullish indication right here. This is another indication that you can use for playing stocks. You look at the trend and see if it's going to touch the trend, or is it reversing, or is it curling back up? And that's exactly what happened with Snow. It curled back up and it shot up. So right now, what is it? 184. So wow. So you can see tomorrow, you can see Snow reaching around like 190. As you can see, there's some heavy resistance. If you wonder what I'm looking at, I'm looking at this level right here. There's some heavy resistance around here, 190. So it probably got like maybe 4 or 5 more bucks. If it abuses that level, we could see 200, or not necessarily 200. Yeah, pretty much 200. So is it possible? Yeah. Let me look at the chart from a different perspective. Let's look at the 4 hour and see exactly what we got on. Just look at that. You see those fake outs? Look at those fake outs. You see that? Broke out, then dropped all the way back down. This is where you will probably get out if you had weekends, right? This would be you right here. It broke that trend line, right? You will probably be out right there. But look what happened. Went from 147 to 190 pretty much, right? 190 pretty much. And so you take a look at this level, we can definitely see it shooting up to this level right here. Nvidia is taking forever. And I'm pretty sure if Nvidia is negative, this could be Snow limit too. And you can start seeing it. It could probably just sell off throughout the day. If Nvidia is bad and the market is red, pretty much. If the market is red, you can see it selling off. But like I said, we're still waiting. We still haven't gotten that. And I didn't really want to make this video long, but I guess I got to stick here and wait for it.
And you know what? Hey, wait, hang on, guys, real quick. Josh, I got to get to Frank Holland. He has the details on what is sending Snowflake shares.
All right, so we're about to find out what's going on with Snow right now.
Yeah, I know you do. Frank, Snowflake up 16% right now after a beat on revenue. EPS, we're not comparing it, but it was a loss of 70 cents a share. This stock appears to be moving on strong product guidance for next year. Guidance of
See,
500
CRM dropped on
top end
low
revenue
guidance, and Salesforce, I mean, Snowflakes is moving on strong guidance.
above the estimate midpoint.
Which is good, which is good. This stock right here. Now, let me tell you something about Snow. If you guys don't play this stock, because I've been looking at this stock ever since it came out and IPO'd, right? What you notice about Snow, it does the same thing every EPS until today, and maybe I think it was one other time. But look, there's not much to chart off. This is where it stops. But if you can take a look at this the stock, it typically sells off, right? It sells off on EPS. You see those? Sells off. Well, this was the last gap up, but the bulk of the time it sells off and then reverses. Sells off. This one it didn't reverse. I remember that one. But it typically sells off, look, and then reverses. So sells off, right? See that? Sell off and then reverse. So I am curious to see, are we going to have the opposite happen tomorrow? Pump up and then descend, reverses throughout the day? Maybe that can happen. Who knows? So we'll definitely take a look and see what happens with that. That should be interesting. And it's still going, man. Look at that. It's tackling massive levels. It's on a tear. Nvidia is still not out. And I know this video was about Nvidia, but it's taking forever. Let's take a look at some other stocks. Let's see what happened with let's take a look at, you know what, I haven't talked to you guys about QQQ, and I pretty much haven't charted that in a long time. When I say long time, I mean maybe like 2 weeks or whatever like that, because I've been focused on SPY. But let's take a look at what we got going on with QQQ. See, it's been in this trend right here. This trend probably looks better in the weekly, so let's check it out. Well, I like it on the daily. So if we look at the daily, we can definitely see that it's been touching right here, right? And we're right on this line. So look at that massive upside if it was to reverse. But if it doesn't, we can definitely see 298, right? That's what it's showing us. So it was bullish. It closed above the channel. So, that upside, it's pretty good, 340, so we can make it a new high. Remember, we made a violent move up. And with that violent move back up, you have to get some back. So that's exactly what's going on. So if you're bullish, this is actually a good buying opportunity for you. But if you're bearish, you're playing for the downside. And that downside is going straight for 298 and then possibly lower. So let's see what happens. I did have somebody talk to me about Disney in the comment section. Shout out to that person. He was my first comment, so I really appreciate it. So let's take a look at Disney. What's going on with Disney? I haven't charted Disney in a long time, but just by looking at it, it broke this trend right here, right? So it broke above, and it's on. It broke this trend right here. So it broke out from this purple line right here, right, and then shot up to 126. And then we had this candle right here where it just gave out, it tapped out. It was just too much for it, and it broke below. And so today it rejected that line, right? So what do I see happening with Disney? For Disney right now, to be honest, it is looking pretty bearish. It broke down and it broke below this gold trend right here. And then it was a retest, which was the retest was a fail. I think the week will be pretty critical for Disney. But just by looking at it, I can see Disney retesting this area right here, which is around 100. I know that's pretty down, and for Disney doesn't move a lot, so this can actually take a while to happen. So we could see some sideways action right here. But what we did see happen was that a bullish thing for Disney is that it filled this gap right here, right? It filled this gap right here. Well, almost filled this gap. So tomorrow, what we can see is another green candle. That green candle could tell us that we're still going to revisit this level in the future. But for right now, it might trick out some bears and go straight up for this gap right here. So that's exactly what I see with Disney. Honestly, I wouldn't if for this stock I treat it like Apple. As in, like, this is a stock you should hold long term and don't worry about the short term. Right now, it is in a pickle. But if it was to get it back above this line, I would be bullish. I would jump in right over here, right? But as of right now, it's bearish and it's heading towards this line right here. And you're wondering when it's that line. You can see this line right here. It's an important line. We had some touches right here, here, and over here, and then it broke out. So it may go back down to retest that. And even if you're looking at it from over here, you can see that head form right here, the left shoulder right here, and then we can probably consolidate right here, right, and then create another one where it reaches around right here and then drops back down. So as of right now, I would stay. Oh, I messed that up, huh? I would stay away from this until it gives me a direction. Right now, that direction is not looking too well for it. So that's what's going on with Disney. But yeah, Snow is still doing his thing. QQQ just went red. I wonder why. I'm assuming Nvidia EPS probably came out. So let's check. Yep, Nvidia EPS just came out, and it looks like it's tanking. Yep. So you can tell that from the cues. So the indices are telling us that Nvidia is dropping, but it's recovering. So it looks like it's going to be like a muted EPS, and this is what I was afraid of, as in for like the spreads. But let's see what happens. It's recovering. The EPS revenue was 6.70 plus 3% year over year. So let's see. Nvidia sees third quarter revenue being around 5.9 billion plus or minus 2%. So they're expecting a loss, but I think what's happening. See, this is exactly what I was afraid of. I'm still short Nvidia, by the way, but the way it's moving right now is exactly what I was telling you about. That it can open flat. It can have a flat EPS. Why? So the market can still rally tomorrow. The market rallies and Nvidia stays flat, and then when we start selling off on Friday, it's going to join the fun. So this is your flat EPS for Nvidia. So but basically what's going to happen is that those EPS lottos that we had, they are going to be trashed both ways. You might get about 30-40 bucks back from each of those playing calls or puts, but they're going to be demolished. But yeah, it's pretty flat. It's not choosing the direction. And that's exactly. Remember, I talked about this earlier in the video. If you were listening, I either saw a big move up or um, a flat, a flat EPS, screwing both sides. But that does not mean that the stock is bullish. This is actually very bearish in my opinion, especially if the market rallies tomorrow and we don't join the fund. I would take a short position in Nvidia tomorrow. And this works both like for Friday, like if you wanted to play like some cheap puts, if you have the money, please remember those are very risky. Friday will be your day to short Nvidia. And maybe I will do a video tomorrow, or maybe later today, showing you exactly what strike you should choose. But that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you back possibly later or even tomorrow. What I expect tomorrow is that I expect SPY to go green and test that 420, 418 level, and then short that crap down. So there we go. Have a good day.